was so weird. It kept saying waiting, waiting, waiting. It kept refreshing. It kept saying waiting. I'm like, wait, it's not waiting. I'm live. What are you doing? But whatever. I opened the. You guys probably know this by now, but I opened the individual streams in different tabs in the browser so that I can do a pop out of the chat, so I can use it for the combined chat tool that I use. So, all right. Oh yeah, and hey, Cosmic. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. That's funny. Yeah. Let me pop here and there. Yeah, you very well might not have, and that's fine, obviously, if you didn't. But I just in general, I need to apologize to everybody for last weekend. I Friday night, so basically a week ago for me now, it's Friday night for me. So anyway, a week ago, I did the normal stream. At the very end of that, as we were closing the like ending the stream, I said no stream tomorrow, but I didn't mean just the next night. I meant like the whole day. But then I did a stupid. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was like kind of on automatic pilot, and I sent out a notification that we'd be streaming. We weren't streaming on the second and third stream last night were canceled because it was Easter weekend. So I was busy. Like I went and saw a children's choir singing a bunch of stuff and everything. So I've been well, Cosmic. How have you been? I hope you've been well too. I hope life is treating you all right. Let's see. Pull up. Well, I'm not super jumbled in my thoughts, but there are a couple things that I forgot. I last night the power complete like in the middle of the night. So when I was asleep in my bed, it was dark. The power completely went off, and I have an uninterrupted power supply on my PC, so my PC won't just die in case I'm in the middle of working on something and I need to save it, right? Well, the problem is that my UPS, that power supply, beeps when the power's going on. So like it woke me up because it was beeping. Then it come in here, and I don't have my current. I need to get another one to do this, but I don't currently have my monitors plugged into it. So I had to turn on the flashlight app on my phone. I couldn't even see well enough to find the actual flashlight, which is where did that go? It was right here. Well, shoot, I'll have to make sure I have that. I'll have to find that and put it back because there's supposed to be one right here. Anyway, found the flashlight app on my phone, stumbled around to find the plug, unplug the monitor from the power strip where it normally is, move it over and plug it into the power supply, just so I could see what I was doing, so I could shut stuff down. And then, so anyway, in the process of all of that, I forgot to reopen my thing for game services. So, for example, I can get into GOG Galaxy easily. I don't know. I don't know. What was the last time I was playing that you remember? So right now we're playing Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened. I think we're getting close to the end. I'm not totally sure, but I think we're close to the end of it. I'm the second stream is I'm doing Lunacy St. Rhodes. I don't know how far through that I am. I would guess I'm a quarter or a third of the way through that. I don't know for sure though. And then the third stream is Stasis Bone Totem. And I think we're most of the way through that, but I don't know how much farther we have. My guess is 80% or more of the way through Stasis Bone Totem. So, like, I think, I'm guessing about 90 to 95% of the way through Sherlock Holmes, about maybe 33% of the way through Lunacy St. Rhodes, and then maybe 85% of the way through Stasis Bone Totem. These are guesses. I've not played them before, obviously, so I have no idea if they just stretch on or if suddenly they'll end. I don't know. These are guesses based on what they call story beats, right? So how the things progress, where it looks like the climax of the story is hit, how much time probably follows that climax, all of that kind of stuff, right? The whole plot structure. So based on those what they call story beats, major events that tell you you're getting near the end, you're just finished the beginning, you're halfway, right? Those indicators. Based on those, it feels like I'm roughly those percentages. But I could always be wrong because sometimes stories do twists and stuff. So, Anyway, so I think that's how close we are on those. But those are the ones we're currently playing. Um, After that, I'm gonna probably cover some of the shorter ones from Halloween. I almost said I'm going to take a break. I'm not taking a break in the slightest. I'm not even remotely close to taking a break from doing games for Halloween. But I'm going to shift to other Halloween titles. I think we're going to be doing some shorter ones. I mean, short. They're not super short, but they're not really long. So we'll, I think, continue Oxenfree 2, continue Distraint 2. Maybe we'll do Stray. Some of those. I might actually, instead of one of those, I might do Dreams in the Witch House, because I'm interested to see how that goes. We have still a few others to do as well, of course. We still have Amnesia the Bunker, and Observation, and At Dead of Night. That might be it from Halloween of 2023. And then I have a couple still, or like, I think at least three. No, I have four. I have four games from past Halloweens that I've not finished. I've like barely started, then I did not finish them. So depending on where we finish with these, how soon the others are done, right? If we say like by July are pretty much done through everything from this past Halloween, I'll do probably one or two of those other ones from previous years. But I also want to kind of continue some of the non-horror games that I've wanted to do. So I started for a time. I only did the first episode, chapter, whatever they call it, for one of the games for As Dusk Falls. So I'd like to continue with that. I'm excited to continue with that. There also are so I did a few years back. I did Still Life. So there are a couple of other games in that same series I'd like to do. So the first one, I think it's called Autopsy. So that's the first one. That's actually before Still Life. And then there's Still Life 2. And so I'd like to do that as well. So not necessarily all have to be done within a certain time, but those are some other non-horror games. I also did Ori and the Blind Forest years ago. I'd like to do Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So those are some other ones, non-horror, that I'd like to do as well. Um, so, and those, it's not the same, of course, but things like Ori lean more toward the types of games that, you know, where timing is really important and stuff. Kind of like the Souls games or things like that, where there's timing is really important, or like Meta Man, right? So some of those unhinged gimmick you've seen someone do. You mean just in general, just to do something gimmicky? Um, it's an interesting question. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'll try to think about it. See if I can think of something. I'm not sure. I don't really. Oh, well, I don't know that I'd say this is the most unhinged. I don't think it probably is. But I have noticed recently that there is an ad. I don't remember what it's for. I always, hit skip once it starts. There's an ad on YouTube for something, and they use AI, and it's pretty obvious they use AI. They have what looks like a person, so they did a really good job of making it look like a person, but their mouth doesn't move naturally, and the audio does not sync with their mouth also. So it's clearly not an actual human, but they try to pawn it off as if it's a human. So it's kind of gimmicky, like, hey, your buddy Roger, the neighbor next door, he totally helping you out with some advice, when it's just a computer advertising to you. So that's not super gimmicky, but that's a little gimmicky. I mean, AI to do your advertising, okay, because you couldn't afford to get a real person, I guess. That's okay. You do you, boo, but I'm not a fan. group movement where I get people addicted to gambling. I also started a Patreon profiting from it at the same time. What? So your goal is to get people addicted to gambling? I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm saying that's what it sounds like. I'm not on board with trying to get people addicted, but if they're addicted, you know, having a site where I mean, if somebody, not if they're addicted, but if somebody is going to gamble anyway, you could have a site where they go gamble, sure. Or, you know, obviously in the reverse, if somebody's addicted, you could try to get them help so they can break their addiction. Either of those two, I'm okay with, but I don't know about trying to get them to get addicted. Okay, well, if they're so when you say gambling, you're saying they support you on Patreon and then there's a chance they get gifted something? Like it's like they're a random drawing kind of thing. You pick one of your patrons and then you give them something if they feel lucky. Is that because if that's the case, I'm okay with that. That's more like a raffle style where you pay a ticket to get into a show or something, and then there's some kind of a raffle later where you could win a prize because you happen to pay to get in. You know, you're sort of paying for the ticket to win a prize too. I mean, and it's also a little different if you'd be there anyway. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean. So if that's a raffle, I'm you know, I think as much as possible, people should be able to do what they want to do, as long as they're not hurting or you know, or whatever other people. Of course, like I would not be okay with like any of the stuff from you know Epstein and junk, or what the hell was his name in Hollywood, Weinstein or any of that. I'm obviously not okay with any of that, but oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I hope it's successful. As long as, like I said, as long as you're not actually, I'm not gonna say it's the same, but an addiction is an addiction. Humans by nature have somewhat addictive personalities. It's why habits can be hard to break. It's not saying it's not the same as an addiction, but it's a similar idea, which is that the human synapses develop with certain patterns in mind. So you brush your teeth with your right hand instead of your left hand, or you when you're in the shower you wash your back first, or you wash your head first, or whatever. These are all patterns that we just get into, right? We're creatures of habit. And because we're creatures of habit, because we tend to develop a habit and then stick with it, we have an affinity toward addiction to various things, right? There are all kinds of things you can get addicted to. It doesn't have to be drugs or something, right? Obviously, there's drugs, there's alcohol, and there's tobacco, which I guess is a drug too. But you can get addicted to. I mean, you can get addicted to taking your anger out on people, being abusive, right? You can get addicted to pornography. You can get addicted to gambling. There's lots of you can get addicted to, right? So I don't know. I don't think I would ever want to try to unless it's a positive path that will in the long run be for their benefit. Then maybe I would try to steer them that way. But otherwise, I wouldn't want to get somebody addicted to something that could lead to their detriment. And gambling historically has shown that people will have a tendency to like burn away their life savings and in getting financial risk at their family and everything if they think they're going to get something. So as long as it's not that, yeah, yeah. I don't. I think that's great, Cosmic. I really do. That sounds awesome. Like I was gonna say, I don't think of that as gambling, but if you, for lack of a better term, say gambling, that's fine. I just as long as you're not getting them addicted to where they're gonna go to Vegas and blow all their savings or something, I think it's fine. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Neurodivergencies can cause additional issues. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. People, for example, who um, are autistic, at least in like, I'm not talking, there are varying levels of autism, but people who are heavily autistic, right, have a predisposition to certain things having to be a certain way. And that's not addiction by a clinical definition, maybe, but that's very habitual, right? That's another example in a different direction of the tendency of the human brain to develop these habits that are hard to break. Well, okay. I would just say that I support you in anything that's not going to cause harm to people, and I wish you the best of luck in ventures that try to accomplish that type of thing. Let's see. Last week we got 4 achievements. What do we get? Land ho, reach the island. I mean, that's kind of a unmissable if you want to finish the game. Knives Out, complete chapter 5, again unmissable. Open Sesame, unlock the safe. Okay, that one was different. It's not rare though, but and then find the raccoon nest, which I think that's also unmissable because I think you have to do that to find out where Arneson was taken. And that's where, what we're on now is find Arneson. And also, if we can, if there's any hope for it still, finding whatever his name was, the servant from Baker Street that started us on this whole thing in the first place. Whatever his name was. I don't remember what his name was, but whatever that was, trying to find him and, bring him back to the property where he was working. Kimahia! Thank you. I think that's probably right. Cool, Cosmic. Well, thanks. If you have to go, then thanks for stopping by. And if you stick around for a bit more, then great to have you. Yeah, Kimahia, thank you. I was gonna say Kahlua, and I'm like, I know it's not Kahlua, but I can never remember his damn name. It's not because it's like, not because so first of all, not because I'm racist, he's a foreigner or something, not like that, and also not because it's a hard name. It's just it's been literally like 4 chapters later. We haven't talked about him at all for like the last 4 chapters. Like, why am I supposed to remember some random dude's name from like the very beginning of the story that we didn't even see? We only like had vague investigation about him at the property where he was a servant, and then a little bit down at the docks, which turned into this whole thing completely unrelated to him. So like, I'm like, why would I remember the guy's name anyway? Oh, your message didn't send. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know why. The other one sent, so it's not. Doesn't look like it's a problem with the server. Weird. Anyway, yeah. So I think we're getting close to finishing this. I don't know how much farther. Now there is. I don't know if it's gonna be a different ending or not, though. But it's possible. There is a major choice right at the end of the last time that I made. So I'll make the same choice again, of course, because we're playing blind. So I'd stick with the same choice initially, at least. But there was a voice telling Holmes not to look at the book, right? Like it warned him like 3 times or something before we actually grabbed the book and then got, mentally or whatever teleported to the other world. So that seems like a pretty major choice. It might turn into a completely different ending where you don't look at the book first. Most of the other things, I feel like pretty much happened automatically. With some variants, of course. Like finding all the clues in place X or something. Obviously, that's not necessarily always true. But, you progress down the same path. There's not really a either go explore this or like either go investigate the Black Edelweiss Institute or go explore some other asylum or something. There wasn't that kind of a choice, right? So, all right. The A in the Awakens reminiscent of that thing that used to draw circles with pencils. Oh, like a compass? Yeah. Like a compass? Yeah, it's also modified, but it's somewhat similar to the anarchy symbol, right? And because this is the Awakened, this is Holmes meets Lovecraft, somewhat, mostly just Holmes with a little Lovecraft thrown in, but Holmes meets Lovecraft, and so the Lovecraft part is more chaotic, which is a sister of anarchy. Chaos is. So anarchy and chaos are not the same thing. But when there's anarchy, there's usually chaos as well. When there's chaos, there's not necessarily anarchy, right? That's why they're not the same. Anarchy is like lawlessness, no control over anything anybody does, right? That's not the same thing as chaos. If there's a bombing somewhere at some place, there's chaos has erupted where the bombing happened, right? Doesn't mean there's suddenly no authority in the area, right? So they're not the same thing. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I like this quite a bit. There are several games I've done like this. The Shore was another one I did that was like this, that had this kind of water, I think on the menu. But at least it was a shoreline with raining and storming setting. I like those kinds of games too, yeah. There's some of that with The Sinking City also. I don't remember the menu on that if it was subterranean though. I can't remember anymore what the menu had been. Anyway, so this is later. Did I not manually save again? I did not manually save. I don't even know. I swear my manual saves get deleted or something. Because I'm pretty sure I manually saved there, but I'm pretty sure I manually saved when I was done. It doesn't matter. We'll just load the autosave. It's fine. Hey, Bo Fox, welcome. So no stream asking for help. Z to hide interactions. Okay. Sherlock writes everything down. Check the casebook. You might have missed something. Yeah, okay, so we are here. We've already made this choice in this case. So what is the other option here? The swamp. It's a checkpoint. So this is at least when we got to the camp, if not, I think this is the checkpoint. Well, at least this is at the camp, if nothing else, I think. It's 10 minutes back. So it should be back at the camp before we even entered here. So we can still load that at some point to try to get an alternate ending. If there is I don't know if there's an alternate ending or not. In The Sinking City, there were 4 endings. 3 endings possible. And that's by the same developer. So there might be with this. I don't know what they do with the other Sherlock Holmes games. By the way, the lead message basically says getting people to gamble with nothing for nothing. They don't spend and lose actual money. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's I think that's cool. There is something to be said about the addictive spirit of that kind of thing too, but like I said, as long as people aren't actually getting like all hurt and stuff because of what's going on, then I think it's probably fine. Yeah, this is Cliff. Now, are the Cthulhu symbols? I don't remember if there's one on this side. I know there's one. I know there's at least 2 on the other side. I wonder if the Cthulhu symbols show up here before we go through that mirror thing there, or if they don't show up until the other side. No, here is one. Was one. Yeah, they do not show up unless I go to the other side. Okay. And it's the same thing for going below, I'm assuming. It's right here. Yeah. Yep, I don't see it there either. Okay. So, we have to go through, and then... Now, is there anywhere else to go? That's up the side I just went. That drops off, of course. In both, whether we go through the mirror or not. And then there's up, and there's down. This is dead end. Doesn't go anywhere. There's this, but I think this is just a cliff, right? Yeah, just a cliff and drop. So, yep. Okay, so we'll go through here. And, yeah, see, the other way, I could go over here and it would go through to like a cliff where you could drop off. That is all blocked off now. Interesting. I don't know why that's blocked off, but it is. Because if the idea is to keep you from falling off a cliff, I mean, you can go here, you can go over there. Oh, I see what happened. They flipped sides. It mirrored because it is mirror. They flipped sides. This was on the right side before. Now it's on the left. And the dead end is flipped as well. I see. Yeah. Yep, and this is also mirrored, going down versus going up. This is a third set of stairs? I think there were only 2 sets going up before, right? But there's 1, 2, 3 here. Interesting. Not sure what to make of that. Okay. So that solidifies not solidifies, that lines the bridge up. And I still need to figure out how to make it solid so Holmes can actually cross it. No, I did not. I didn't think I must have like, set my hand on my keyboard. I did not mean to jump off. Anyway, what I was about to say, actually, that's kind of funny because I was going to say, I've walked off that before. That is not how you do it. Okay, hands off the keyboard right now. So I don't want to kill Holmes unnecessarily. Well, kill, whatever. I don't know if you'd actually die in this world. This bridge is interesting, but I don't know if there's really any way to get up to it. Except, I think, to cross the bridge and maybe once you go through the door, maybe you get up there? I don't even know if that happens, but there's no climb mechanic in this. So I don't need to try that. Right, if I look up here, there's nothing for climbing. In Sinking City, there was. There's climbing and swimming / diving and whatever else, but not in this game. So, since there's no climbing, I'm not going to get up that way. I go here close by. Did I miss anything from here before? Is this like coiling demonic snake thing? Hey, Silo, welcome. I got everybody here. We got Satan Grayman, Cosmic, Fofox, Siloel, Eugene Monmouth, and then to bring back a couple of old timers that have not been showing up for a while, Patak and Somni. We have a huge party. What else could I interact with? Can't do anything with this tree, I don't think, right? No. Can't even get to it. This just circles around. Goes back down the other side. So it doesn't really give me anything more that I can see, at least. Maybe there's a clue I'm missing? If I go Q. That kind of looked like a sword, NGL, but it's not, apparently. Okay. So Q on this path does not seem to be doing anything. Other than making me, look at a green haze instead of the normal view, but going here either. The previous time we were in kind of the other world dimension, Cthulhu type of dimension or whatever. Oh. Anyway, previous time we had things like there was the eye that kept shutting and opening. If we had Q on, the eye would open, or the eye was open. We could see the eye, and then as we turned our back to it, it was open. But when we turned away or turned toward it, then it would close. And if you could not, it could not bear you looking at it or something, or it did not have the power if you. Okay, you hear that noise? So if I spin around, listen to a little kind of like or whatever noise in the background. So if I turn around, hear that? And if I turn back, it doesn't seem to be related at all to whether I'm facing or not. So I need to figure out where that is, why it's important. Sounds like it's through the gate, the other side of the gate. But if I go back through... Nothing. So strange. It seems obvious that I need to be through the mirror, but I'm not seeing additional stuff going through the mirror. It's just this same thing, except that this kind of has two paths on the side and they do like a circle, a big loop. But otherwise, there's not really a difference. Oh, and there are the Cthulhu symbols on the ground. Cages. Strange. I don't know. Oh. Go down here really fast with this, but I don't think there's going to be any difference at all. It'll be just more of the same kind of green-gray coloring. Yeah, I don't see anything. Alright, so if I go back through... How do I do this? I believe I've tried both modes. Let me try. I'll try this in normal, not Q mode, and he's gonna fall, I'm sure. Okay. And then if I instead go into Q, he's still gonna fall, I assume. Yeah. So it does not tie to that ability at all. Anything with this fire, but I can't interact, so it doesn't seem like it's gonna have to do with that at all. Don't really seem to be anything on the mirror. Can't really see very well when I do that Q vision either, so I don't see as far. there anything with this pillar with the snake that maybe? I don't see anything special with that. From a certain angle, that kind of looks like a raven's head or something. It's not, but from a certain angle, it kind of looks like that. Nothing kind of the sides there that I might miss when going down. No, not that I can see. There was something, I think, that flew up overhead. It's like a snake like something or other. There, that thing, right there. Oh, that's like a giant scythe or something. I see. I thought it was like something swimming, like an air creature that did like a swimming type thing, but that's like a giant scythe. That's maybe not the best. What is... There's some crack, I guess. This one's considerably more problematic because nothing is sticking out to me. I don't really have a lot of places I can go. So I'm pretty sure I've at least walked past everything. How do I... The game doesn't... Because the game does not have a jump mechanic or anything like that, or a climb mechanic. Really, like, something that you might potentially do in another game, like jumping down to ledges and stuff here, I really don't think that's the way to go. Because there's no way to really control if you get down there, getting back up, or anything along those lines. So I don't think that's going to be a thing. Looks like there's an opening up there. Like a room or something. I don't have any... Ancient book was found in the cave. The written text uses some language that is unfamiliar. One of the symbols of the book looks the same as the one inside the temple at Port of London. I'm guessing we're here or something. Or that's coming up after we get out of this Cthulhu, like Chthonian, or whatever they call it, path. It's all for the outside investigation. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Did I stand on this? Is there something else to interact with? Not seeing. What do you want me to do, game? What are you trying to get me to do? Not there. This was down, I guess? So I go up instead. Wait. Yeah, okay. Had I just not gone far enough? I thought it was right over here. I don't know. I'm almost going to have to look it up. I don't want to, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Without spoiling anything, if you know the answer already, Silhouette, because maybe it's that in this way, maybe it's the same as the first game or the original. Does anybody have any ideas of stuff I should try? I've hit both Cthulhu symbols, both with and without my green vision thing going. Uh, we obviously have straightened these out, but I can't seem to jump on them whether I'm in vision mode or normal mode. There's nothing on the other side if I go through the mirror, I don't think. What happens if I go, like, I don't know that I can, but if I were to go, like, say, halfway through the mirror? Oh, I see. I know why. Shift R to... On this side, examining also does nothing, right? Yeah. No, it's Lunacy St. Rhodes is when I escape to the game menu. It shows me tasks, so it's not this game. Yeah, I'm gonna look. I don't know. I can't figure out what it wants me to do. Get some guidance here a little bit. It'd have to be like give away stuff, but I would like to. Okay, so I go through the rock opening. I did. That's where the mirror thing is. Stone entities and platforms have to be lowered. Go to the stairs to the right. Step on the symbol on the ground. Go back down the stairs. As you go down the stairs, turn right and continue forward until you reach another staircase. Go between the stairs and the bottom and stand on the second symbol. Okay. Oh. Wait, really? Maybe. Okay. I didn't see that. I guess I did just wasn't attentive enough. Okay, so if I'm here, right, you go through here, you look at this, see how this is laid out? So it's like here, and then it's like follow stones, just pretty much straight from here over to the hand. So I have to go through the mirrored version, I guess, and follow them straight to the hand. Interesting. Crap, now I don't remember where they go from here. We came from that, right? Let me just go back to this. Okay. So I'll have to memorize this. Let me see. It goes the hand, then it goes past the thumb. Let me draw how this works. If I do by actual memory, I'm gonna get something wrong. Okay, so you go rock, there's thumb, and the rest of the hand goes like this, and then it goes over the thumb to there's like a little perch or a little peak thing. It goes there and around. And there's like a cage. And it goes, let me go up here, better perspective so I can tell what it's doing. From there, so it goes in between these. Okay, and then around a little to just past. Okay, and then it goes a right angle. And it goes 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 equivalent. So pretty basically just past the next cage is pretty much what it is. And then I just kind of go around and back and then off. Okay. See if we can do this without dying too many times. Okay. No, we don't die, I guess. We should fall, right? But see if I can do it without falling too many times. How's that? Okay, so we go here, over to the hand. Now I go through this and straight and around the outside of this and around to the left. And it goes between these. And then right afterwards, it takes a sharp turn. Yeah, because I need to go toward the other cage. Nope. Close. Close. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so here. And then over like this. Around. And this. And then from there it goes. It shows that it needs to go. Oh, I think I see. So I go a little bit here, not much. Then I think I need to go around this. The outside here, yeah. There we go. There we go. Woo! Yeah, I know.
Axes? What on earth for?
Now, axe is what on earth for? I mean, to kill you, maybe? I don't know. Could be a lot of things. There's blood. These scratches dried blood. Ilna har narulul, dried blood. I guess that's where we eventually will go through at some point. Okay. Oh, is this a thing I can time? I don't even know. He's like, why the axes, though? Because this place is evil? Am I supposed to be doing any kind of vision something here? Oh, there are more symbols. Crap, I hope I didn't miss stuff. I don't know if I want to go back. Okay. Yeah, more symbols. It doesn't really look like there's anything going on with symbols except that I can see them maybe a little bit better with my vision thing here. I mean, the symbols are also at where the axes are falling, which, you know, makes it, obviously, you can't really go up right next to them and look at them. That's probably about as close as I dare get to any of them. Can't really see. Yeah, Cthulhu wants to ask a question. That's right. Funny. Well, this one's pretty fast. Was I... Okay, I'm a little confused what... Okay, what are these symbols? Maybe I need to touch the other symbols or something? I don't even know. Okay, so we get like... I went through your gauntlet of axes. Nothing happened. I'm so happy I took time running through that. Write these symbols. Maybe the other symbols are somewhere, like on some of those other, some of the axe places, and there's something by each of these specific ones. Maybe, I don't know. This goes like that, kind of. Okay, that's one. And then there's this one is like this. With a little something like that. And a dot over here. I don't know if that's important, but just in case. Okay, and then this one finally. So this, and then this one is like reverse candy cane or question mark or something, kind of, with squiggle up, dot, and that with that, I guess. Okay. See if we can find those symbols. Yeah, there's the first one. So I pass this again. Right here. That's the symbol on the left. So I don't know what that means. Do I have to actually die here or get hit? I don't see anything to touch or anything here. So I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can go down or anything either. It's just the blade. I don't see anything special. What? That's the first symbol. That's the symbol that's on the left. So why? If that's the symbol, why? Nope.
Now it is glowing, but why?
Because you got hurt by it. Okay. So I have to, like, sacrifice some of my own blood, I guess, or something, something. Something, something, reason, something. Okay. Past that. Okay. Not this one. That one. Here. So I guess I gotta get hit again here. Okay. John. He's calling out for Watson.
There's that glow again.
And the last one's probably the other direction. Is gonna take us to it more quickly, I think. Oh, but can I really see the symbols from here? Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's not this one, but the next one that I want. So I just gotta get past this. This one, yeah.
Watson!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said no initially, then he said John, then he said Watson now.
I can't take anymore.
Yeah, that's what I said, John. That's what I was meaning to say, was he was calling out for John Watson, yeah. That's a good call though, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
At last, the lantern's working again. Holmes, I'm coming.
Now, like I said, before that sequence, the book did, or the voice by the book did say, don't look in it. So, like I said, that might be an alternate ending. So that's why we have the save before that, hopefully, will allow us to redo without going into that other world and see what the ending is like from there. If we're close to the ending. If it's like another, I don't think it is, but if it were like another 6 chapters till the ending or something, I wouldn't redo the whole thing, I don't think. At least not on stream. It's possible I might do it like off stream and then just have the like points saved of where it's different. I might do that. I still have to remember I always forget to do it until like the day of the first stream on a weekend. I still need to finish replaying through Saint Kotar to get the saves for some of the choices that are different from that first playthrough to see how it varies. And then, of course, we have the DLC for that as well. Anyway.
Holmes, what are you doing, sitting in a place like this?
How did you get here? How did you get through the maze? Tell me, Watson.
What maze? I walked straight up to you. You saw me.
Do not lie to me, John. How did you get out?
Sherlock, what happened? Are you feeling all... Oh, heavens. Is that Arneson? Why didn't you mention him? Stay put. I must check if he is alive.
That might be a difference if you don't go look in the book. Maybe Arneson survives, whereas maybe now he does not.
I just need a second, John.
I don't know that that's true, but that might be a difference.
I need to focus on Arneson.
Oh. Okay, we'll do Arneson first. Yeah. Alright.
The unknown, beckoning, great word, lightning.
I should examine him before he has another seizure. Cold sweat. 2, no, 3 ribs fractured. Severed fingers, the wounds are inflamed. Blunt trauma to the cranium, dilated pupils, lips moving without a sound. Pulse is racing, 110 beats a minute. Arneson is delirious after all he's endured. We can't get him to the boat in a state like that. It's dangerous to us and him.
How can Arneson be sedated? Altered delirium. Alter. I don't think I have enough. I don't think any of this. Maybe the alter thing, but none of the other stuff I don't think currently is going to be helpful.
This is Dwale, induces sleep and relaxation.
Sherlock, what are you doing lying on the ground? You should know drugs are bad for you by now. Yeah. Yeah.
Salvia divinorum provokes visual hallucinations.
3. This.
A gluey decoction. The smell is herby but sharp. It appears burnt, judging by the color.
Unknown concoction. But that Dwale might prove useful. He said it helps with sleep, or it induces sleep.
Hard to tell what it says.
It's Arabic, on top of whatever the other language is. I don't know Arabic, but it looks like Arabic anyway to me. Prove worth by giving life to the great Lord. Rejoice, for he is coming. The deep water calls. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely Chthonian chant. Or chthonic chant, however you want to say it.
The nightmares these poor souls had to endure. I wonder what this language is.
Spanish, right? Aguarde a tempestade, abandone sua carne. So leave the flesh behind, or leave your flesh behind. Aguarde, I don't know what that is. A tempestade. I think it's saying now is the time. Leave your flesh behind, something along those lines. Nothing actually with that. Okay. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. I hope you rest well. Take care, Footfox. Thanks for stopping by. Joe's Witness.
I can't decipher that text.
That is Japanese. No. That's Chinese. My bad. That's Chinese. I was thinking it's simplified katakana, but it's not. That's actually pinyin.
Pokeweed berries, though they appear harmless, the whole plant is lethal. Pharmacopoeia, listing drugs, effects, and directions for use.
Pharmacist's Handbook. How to treat without killing. This book is a helpful assistant on your journey to becoming a competent pharmacist. Every drop, crumble, or grain of a substance can bring a sick patient back to life, but may kill him if dispensed carelessly. It is crucial to know what can help and what can kill. Each chapter provides a brief description of every substance used in pharmacy. Remember, be precise, be patient, learn from the mistakes of others.
Some kind of amanita mushroom. Extremely poisonous. Odorless, watery, and hard to identify.
Let me forget, please let me forget. I know there's much more to examine in here. We already did all of this. Anything in between these? We came around this way first. Yep.
The walls are spinning. Let me catch my breath.
Ah, and more Cthulhu in the background, of course. Obviously. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, and then is this... I don't really think there's anything in here I should do, right? Yeah. Just back down. Just back down. Apparently there's no way for us to escape, although there actually will be one, but, you know. Player-wise, there's not. Okay. So... look at these. Mr. Arson was found in the temple on the island. The effective dwell is to induce sleep. That's the thing. I think dwell is the one we want. Well, saliva divinorum. Once ingested, causes hallucination. Odorous and gluey brown substance has a strong, sharp smell of herbs. May have been burnt. We'll look this up in a second. This takes research. That's what the book means. On the table, yep, we talked about the pokeweed. This is the book we'll be doing research in, I believe. Amanita mushrooms, yep, and then we'll have to look up this unidentified liquid as well. Okay, so search this in the archives. Odorous, gluey brown substance. Smell. No, odorous. Sharp. So pungent, not putrid, pungent. Okay. Consistency. Gluey. I guess it'd be like jelly. Probably. And then color is brown, right? Transparent, luminescent, light, dark. Type. Homeopathy? Maybe. No. Yeah. No, not that. There we go. Ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a brown-colored paste used in rituals across the Amazon basin. Causes visual and auditory hallucinations. Created in South America, the decoction's main ingredient is a local plant known as yage, or gage. I'm guessing yage, though. It's probably a native, more native pronounced thing. It's probably the native name for it. Okay. So you know what that is. And then this also. Don't give it to 11-year-olds. Yeah. Hey! I have something for you. You like, I mean, let's be real, right? You like Sunkist. You like what are they called? Shoot, I can't think of what it's called. The little drink things. You have this and you have a little straw and you drink out of them. What the frick are those called? Anyway. Okay. Color is transparent. Smell odorless. Consistency liquid. Snake venom typically looks like yellow water. Has no impurities or foam. A few drops of snake venom, diluted or mixed with other substances, can be used as a muscle relaxant. 1 drop per 80 pounds should be enough. All right, let's see if we have enough. Dwale. And maybe snake venom? Yep. By combining ingredients at hand to make sedative to calm arms for transmission can be made with ingredients need dwale and snake venom. Okay, so I want to grab dwale. And the yellow odorless was over here, right?
This should help soothe Arneson.
I need some fresh air.
Yes, please go. I'll be right behind you with Arneson. Perhaps you can prepare the boat.
Crawling chaos is swallowing a sleeping world, is how that translates. Also, Holmes is hugely multilingual, I guess. Okay, we know these. We can read these in English, so there's that. Okay, and then what is? Oh, it's a chain. I see. Await the storm. Give up your flesh. Oh, so Juande is await. I wasn't sure. I mean, it might be the storm is coming or something. Okay. Similar idea, but it was not the right translation. Rejoice, for he is coming. Do not forget. Here. Let's save here. Yeah, we had this manual save. Okay. Free my festering soul and let me feel.
Free me festering soul and let me feel. Free me festering soul and let me feel. Eyes without purpose and now see the truth. Tear me mind from me flesh, score me festering soul. Phantoms of nothing, we are born to die. Filth in the eyes of our eldritch lord.
Free my festering soul and let me feel.
Oh, please, I wish to return. Free me, let me return. Free me and rejoice.
Eyes without purpose, I now see the truth. Tear my mind from my flesh.
Holmes, are you all right? Here, let me help.
I'm fine.
Holmes? Sherlock! What the hell were you doing? He almost killed you.
I don't... You're right. Let's go, Watson.
Don't let his arm hang out the boat. Alligators will get you.
Bon
Just
Dieu.
snag his hand.
Still among the living.
We are, though not for lack of trying by the sheriff.
Well, he'd been telling people you died in the swamp despite his trying to save you. Crooked man. Through and through. Wait, is that Mr. Arneson?
Yes, but he's not well. You know Lucy?
Belle from the Nymph? That I do.
Please bring her here. Mr. Arneson needs to see a familiar face if he's to have any chance of surviving.
Power of the heart. I get you. Wait here. Errol? Oh, Errol! Reckon we should give him space. Farewells are painful.
No. Tell me that's not true.
Watson?
Mr. Arneson has endured a lot. Lost 4 fingers, a lot of blood, and some of his sanity. But with rest and tender care, he ought to survive those injuries, both physical and mental.
Thank you, Johnny. I'll take care of him. Thank you for bringing him home to me. We'll be all right.
Are you quite certain? Do you have the space? The resources?
I will stay with him at the mansion. It is not a burden to take care of your love.
His property is in quite a state. It may not be the best place for recuperation.
Hush now. Champagne will see it sorted.
Then it's settled. Hear that, Errol? Us living under one roof. Careful what you wish for. Oh, and champagne? I'm about sick of watching that sheriff run riot through New Orleans. We ought to talk.
Funny. I was just thinking that grub did nothing to save your man. Together, I reckon you, me, and Errol have the sway to make some changes round here.
I like the sound of that.
Holmes, our boat.
Oh, we must make haste. Farewell all. Take care.
Chapter 7. The Book from Beyond? Uh-oh. London.
Who's there?
Who do you think?
Let it be known that I'm handy with this revolver.
Nonsense, Dr. Watson. As I understand it, when faced with the imperative to defend oneself, one's comrades, and one's nation, you fled.
I...
Aren't you going to introduce us, Sherlock?
Watson, meet my brother Mycroft, the Queen's best boy. Oh, this is a grim augury indeed, for wherever Mycroft travels, tedium surely follows.
In contrast, of course, to Sherlock, a man whose obsessive pursuit of the trivial tears through the most carefully laid plans like a hurricane. Do you have any idea what you have disrupted?
Your ego is inflated as much as your waistband. What word comes to mind?
You work for the government?
International trade is a delicate beast. Your antics and Edelweiss have jeopardized one of the Crown's richest relationships.
Oh dear. As rich as all the butter you've been slathering on your bread?
We need your help.
What?
There is evil afoot. Strangeness and savagery like I have never seen. Something otherworldly festering in the dark beyond our reach. We have seen things that defy explanation. Mystic forces, magic. You must help us.
It's true.
The British government does not invest its resources in the insane or intoxicated. Pull yourself together.
I know men like you. Men like you grease palms, whisper in ears, start wars, and you send men like me to die in them. You and the rest of your corpulent cronies.
Ha! Corpulent! That was it.
Interesting, Sherlock. That as you again drift away from sanity, you find yourself another John.
All right, so the choice is made.
I beg your pardon?
There is only us. We cannot run from this problem. I shall take the book and Davy's cryptic message to Barnes. See what he makes of it.
Did Holmes just pass out? Watson didn't even say anything. Okay. I don't know what that, like, blurred thing was, but... Oh, he's just fine. Lost 2 fingers, some blood, insanity, nothing serious. Yeah. It's fine. We returned him to you, more or less intact. I mean, you know, maybe a little more of the less and less of the more, but, you know, whatever. It's basically the same thing. I guess this is all just 221B, right? So probably don't need to look into anything in here. Knock some bottles over, but...
As you were, Watson. Do what you must.
Am I mad? This painting wasn't here last time, was it?
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. No more paintings, looks like. Okay. At least not there. Nothing there either. Alright.
Another sinking near Scotland. By the strand for all the details.
Oh, we didn't see Sherlock perform his Cthulhu dance in this game, it seems. He does the Cthulhu dance in
Get
the
the
original?
strand. Get the true facts. Cool. Thank you, sir.
Killing Tempest
Another
article.
sinking near Scotland. By the strand for all the details.
More of the,
Get the strand, get the true
pretend background communication. He says you're gonna go back to see Barnes, right? Was Barnes the original well-to-do estate guy that we... I think that's who
Another
that was.
sinking near Scotland. By the strand for all the details.
I thought for a second a little dot appeared, like I was like, I didn't see a human there, so I didn't know somebody could take me, but Barnes Bookshop. Oh yeah, he's the bookshop owner. That's right. So we came out here, we ran here. This is blocked off. I think I just keep going through here. Maybe not. Looks like these are all shut, so I need to go a different direction. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is blocked off as well. Awesome. All right. So another direction. I went up that way. Oh, I didn't go farther. I went through, so I could keep going, I guess. Barbershop, here we go. Hey, boy.
Take care of your master.
Nothing new, right? There's this.
For some reason, it makes my skin crawl.
I think we looked at that before when we were here, though. One of those. Okay. Yep, okay, let's just converse.
It has been a while, Barnes.
Dr. Watson. Indeed it has, and good to see you as always. How can I help?
Barnes, does Stevenson's guiding light mean anything to you?
Well, my mind first goes to Robert Louis Stevenson, an up-and-coming author. I've been following his work in the periodicals. Interesting man. I take it his literary pursuits are somewhat of a deviation from the family business.
What makes you say that?
He wrote a poem. Let me see if I have it still. Yes. Say not of me that weakly I declined the labours of my sires, and fled the sea, the towers we founded, and the lamps we lit.
The labours of his sires. I wonder what they do.
I have a book on great British families. If the Stevensons have achieved anything of note, they will be in there. Please, feel free to take a look. It should be on the shelves to the right.
Much obliged.
Shelves to the right, okay.
Last time we met, you mentioned your knack for translating occult texts. I was wondering if you could help me with this book.
Certainly, Goodness. Where on earth did you procure this grimoire?
That's a long story. What do you make of it?
It seems to describe pagan rituals, ancient deities. Wow, what a marvel. I can try and translate it for you.
Just the pages bearing that symbol. This section, really.
Entity of ocean or time. Oh my. Oh, already on it, as you can tell.
If you can have it done at your earliest convenience, that would be lovely.
I hope Barnes doesn't end up dead as a consequence of trying to translate the occult text.
Someone is full of pep.
Oh, yes. Mr. Holmes, he was quite the inspiration. Last time you were in town, he offered me some stirring advice, which I have since acted upon.
Holmes is nothing if not provocative.
Indeed, the thorny truth is often hard to hear, but it did the job, and now my heart is full.
I'm glad to hear it.
Much obliged, Doctor.
Yeah, and he said the book's on the right. I don't know if it's right here or here. There we go. Great British Families volume gathers facts, stories, and gossip about the members and successes of great British families. It is a somewhat chauvinistic account of Britain's finest. I mean, does it like act like women are stupid or something? Just because it happens to be a bunch of men doesn't mean it's chauvinistic. It's like a broad definition of chauvinism, if you're going to say that. Okay, Killing Tempest article. Storm of the Century. The Tempest, which many already call the Storm of the Century, has been raging west of Lochaber's coastline over the past fortnight. Officials are alarmed by signs of the storm's intensification. Storm is taking a toll on shipping and seamen's lives, with 34 ships reported lost. Even as this article goes to press, hundreds of lives hang in the balance, with seamen struggling against the elements. Sadly, the Royal Navy Rescue is forbidden to launch any search parties due to the dangerous conditions. Her Majesty Queen Victoria held an emergency meeting with her ministers about the crisis along our coast, and it was learned that similar phenomena of lower importance are occurring around the world. Similar phenomena of lower importance. Okay, that's kind of a rude thing to say. Like other places in the world, they're not British, therefore they're not as valuable. In other news, a French thief with the initials AL is toying with Scotland Yard. Don't worry, Barnes will be fine. Well, physically anyway. Yeah. I know. I'm worried. I mean, some of Lovecraft's traditions, like in some of his stories, is like the whole reading of the occult makes you lose your sanity. So I'm not super excited about the idea of him doing that. According to Barnes' book, it contains descriptions of pagan deities and rituals for worshiping them. Section in need of translation seems to refer to an entity of ocean or time. Barnes looks genuinely impressed and thrilled. And this, okay, this. Barnes says that the name Stevenson reminds him of the up-and-coming Scottish author Robert Louis Stevenson. He veered away from his family's non-literary vocation, suggested in one of his poems. Barnes recommends a book on great families, right? Okay. So let's do that. Let's look this up. Message transcribed by Davy is addressed to Ashmat. It reads, when the storm starts, where the ships fall, at Stevenson's guiding light, the last embrace of all the chosen. Okay, so Scotland, period, 1800s, title. I don't know. Is it philanthropy, maritime politics, exploration, title? I don't know about title. Veered away from his family's non-literary vocation. I guess maritime, because this is stuff with sailing in the sea. Maybe that's what we do? Yeah, okay. I said achievement, which isn't exactly, but I guess whatever. The book Greatest British Families briefly mentions the Stevensons, famed for their lighthouses across all of Scotland. Funnily enough, the first Stevenson on the lineage shares the same name as the latest, the author Robert Louis Stevenson. Ever since the Bell Rock Lighthouse's erection in 1810, the Stevensons have left their mark around Scotland via civil engineering feats in the maritime industry. Whether the lighthouses were built by Robert Stevenson or his sons, Alan, David, and Thomas, sailors roaming Scotland's coastline have the dynasty to thank for guiding them to prosperity and safety. Or dynasty is what we'd say in America, but dynasty would be the British pronunciation. At least some accents in Britain. I don't know about all of them. Okay, so what is the cryptic message for Ashmat about? Killing Tempest article. I think this is wrong. I think this article is wrong. Oh no, it is that article. Okay. Gathering at a Stevenson-built lighthouse. Okay, cryptic message to Ashmat. Message mentions a place where the cult plans to gather. A lighthouse built by the Stevensons west of Lochaber, Scotland. Stevenson-built lighthouse west of Lochaber. Okay. Who is the cult leader and what is their goal? I don't think I have enough for this, right? It happened to be all three? Yeah, it's none of them. Okay, that's what I thought. Not that it'd be none, but I did not think we'd have enough for the clue right now. Okay. Pin that. To evidence updated.
Say, do you possess coastal maps of Scotland?
Indeed. Have you figured out what the Stevensons are known for?
Feats of lighthouse engineering. You have my thanks for the book.
My pleasure, Doctor. Do you need any particular part of the coast?
Loch Harbour, West Coast.
Right then, I'll unroll it on the desk. All yours. In the meantime, I will attend to my translation.
Much appreciated.
Skerevor Lighthouse. Located on the remote island of the same name, Skerevor Lighthouse lies southwest of the inhabited island of Tiree. Designed and built in 1844 by Alan Stevenson, the tower is a testament to the determination of the Empire's workers and engineers to make life safer for seamen. The lighthouse has seen 6 years of construction, with numerous men risking their lives to build this granite beacon of safety atop dangerous rocks. Barahead Lighthouse. It could be Baraheed, but I think it's Barahead. Like the head of a peninsula, the end of it. Located on the outer Hebrides island of Barahead, the lighthouse illuminates the southern entrance to the Minch. The tower, designed by Robert Stevenson and built by James Smith of Inverness in 1833, is made of stone. It is deemed the United Kingdom's highest lighthouse, standing at 682 feet above sea level. Arnach Lighthouse. Designed and built in 1849 by Alan Stevenson, the lighthouse lies at the western end of the Ardnamurchan Peninsula in Lochaber. He said Lochaber, I think, or whatever, but he's British too. I think it'd be like Lochaber would be the Scottish pronunciation, I think. It architecturally and decoratively depicts Egyptian influences, making it unique among Scottish lighthouses. Made of granite and bearing a strikingly black lantern, the tower soars to 118 feet above the rocks. Okay. Rubenangal means Stranger's Point in Scottish Gaelic. This simple yet elegant brick tower of light, built in 1857 by David and Thomas Stevenson, is not even the only one the dynasty erected that year. It is 62 feet tall and bears a luminous range of 10 nautical miles, lighting the way for ships roaming the Sound of Mull. Alright, so we get this. First, let's give Watson an outfit, and let's pin this instead.
Doctor, look what I just found.
Barnes, have you finished with the book?
Yes, I've written out a translation of the section you wanted. It, puts the grim in grimoire.
I thought as much.
Long story short, it details macabre rituals, death, leviathans, and the apocalypse. See for yourself. I must ask you to leave the book with me so I can read more of it. It's compelling. Very compelling.
No, because he's going to get messed up if we leave it with him. I do not feel good about that. Let's say no.
I don't think that would be wise. Please give it back. That said, I remain grateful for your immeasurable help.
Oh, how disappointing. I hope you will consider lending it to me in the future. Good day, Doctor.
What do you want to bet? He survives because of that decision, and otherwise he dies. I don't know. But yeah, I don't feel good about that. Holmes is having enough of a problem with all the stuff he's seen, and he's the type of personality that if he, yes, he's always inquisitive and looking into things, but he is disciplined. So if he, either on his own or with talking with John here, determines that it's a risk that's too great of something, he should not take the risk, he won't. They can keep the book, and neither of them will look at it. Nobody will get in trouble. Nobody will be like, go insane or whatever any further. If we leave it here, I worry Barnes is far too eager and inquisitive. I feel like it's going to be problematic at best. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, Barnes will be fine, like you said before.
Mycroft, here to buy a book on fraternal dysfunction?
The Holmes family is beyond counseling, Doctor.
True, more deserving of scientific study. What do you want?
I came to warn you. Perhaps you have a moment to...
Sorry, I reserve Tuesday afternoons for time with friends.
I'm worried about Sherlock. He's not well. You should know that he has had episodes in the past. Detachment from reality. He will need your support.
Such gall. First you crush him under your boot heel, now you ask me to pick up the pieces.
Your emotions are impeding your rationality. He needs to be distracted, diverted into something less harmful.
Surely you jest. Only one thing shall truly bring him peace of mind, and that is solving his case.
The last case he pursued so doggedly was Cordona. He came home a wreck, and this time I fear he may not return at all.
You are not his father, Mycroft. Not anymore. He is a grown man, a brilliant man. I know you care for him. I just wish you also respected him.
The Crown cannot help you. But I can. Give him this.
What is it?
A confidential note tied to his case. He may see value in it. Just do not tell him it came from me. Oh, speaking of the Crown, perhaps you can help us with another matter? It requires some local knowledge.
I'm all ears.
For your eyes only. Here is a folder with all the details.
New case Lone Watcher. Okay. This is gonna be, I'm sure, one of the DLC type things where there's additional stuff to investigate in the meantime. Yeah. Bayou's Curse. This is the Bayou's Curse book. I don't even think Holmes and Watson should keep it, but at least they would be responsible enough to just seal it away and not do anything with it. Book details a vaguely anthropoid monster. Has octopus-like head, its face being a mass of feelers, a scaly, rubbery-looking body, huge claws on its hind feet and forefeet, and long, narrow wings. Barnes' approximate, if hasty translation, details a ritual for awakening a pagan god sleeping under the ocean. It involves a special chant the strongest men of Earth, strongest men of every ethnicity on Earth perform before they are to be sacrificed for the god's awakening. A creature with a pitch-black face akin to an Egyptian sphinx must witness the ritual. If successful, the ceremony will destroy the world's seas and lands. One of our informants, Philip Hawke, has not been in contact for the last few days. Please check his status. This is an informant for something. We don't know necessarily what. He was working on an investigation close to his lodgings. Hawke is disabled and his home is next to one of your client's houses, Captain Stenwick. Report to me after you visit it. I'll be in the bookshop. Okay. Who's the cult leader and what is their goal? Well, Ritual of Awakening, Books of Pagan God, and that. Okay, so those two. Oh, right. Tied to a lighthouse. Well, or maybe the Stevenson family. I don't think so, though. Probably the lighthouse. I don't know which one, though. I don't know that we have enough information to know which one, do we? I don't remember how far, like, high above sea level and stuff that each of these was either. To know which one. Ardemurken Lighthouse. Archibald Rochester is alive and leading a cult. He aims to conduct a monstrous ritual at the Ardna Murchen Lighthouse. By implication, the sacrifice of all the abductees of diverse ethnicities. So Kimahia would be one of those diverse ethnicities, I guess. I thought it something about like the big leaders. Was Kimahia like a big leader before he came to England to become a servant? I don't know. Okay, so for this, I want to go. Where was Steinwick's Manor? Was here. We're here, so we'll head back. Oh, we gotta go all the way. Okay. So pretty much go past Baker Street. All the way over. Barnes is here. So basically just straight as we come out the door. That's his place. So, pretty much just straight down here. Go here. Yeah, this is going around back. Wait, so I couldn't go in the front gate here? But this is Steinwick. Steinwick, right? So I want... Hawk's house. Investigation scene found. I don't have a key, so I don't know how that's going to happen, but okay, well. Nope. So here for sure.
Royal Berkshire Regiment. His face and neck are swollen, and I can see wasp stings all over the skin. Only his right arm was functional. His left arm was paralyzed in the war.
Unfinished note written by Hawk. 0545, carriage with a hooded visitor arrived. 0725, carriage left, the visitor stayed inside. 0910, boxes with gold from the Japanese Imperial Mint arrived. 0936, boxes are still being unloaded. 1010, the last box was moved inside the embassy. 1133, arrival of the Ottoman ambassador and vice consul. 1244, the men are having a meeting on the second floor. There are maps of M.
Capital M, signed by someone else's hand. Near perfect camouflage. It makes me wonder if Mycroft also spies on our suite in Baker Street. A map of possible routes taken from the embassy. I thought only Sherlock was capable of this kind of deduction. The spyglass was positioned to watch the windows of the embassy across the road.
Oh, this was the one where he said a perfect camouflage. That's because that was already I see. Anything else outside here before we go in? Yeah, there's wasp nest.
A wasp's nest. They might attack if someone draws too close or are otherwise provoked. Much like London itself.
Okay. Head inside.
Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks.
Ah, I can go the other way and up the ladder, probably. Probably. Cannot take the ladder. I expected there to be a dot I could interact with it and then just be up at the top or something. Apparently not. Basically see if there's anything between him and the embassy that might be additional clues. I don't know what else I would check if I cannot get inside his place. Oh. Embassy of Japan. Consul General of Japan. Okay. Well, I don't see anything showing up either that I would, like, up above that I would examine or whatever, so don't know. Out on this street where he would have had people nearby. Possibly could have done something. Or windows, maybe I could get in one of the windows. Let's see. More stuff here.
The oldest letter was delivered 3 days ago. The milk has soured. Well, I'm not getting in here.
Someone else's house. There's a light on up there. But unless, as a duplex, unless they divide it like, I don't know how they do it in London, right? In this wall, on this part of London. Like, they might have stairs that go up into that whole upper floor is yours, and then his is the whole bottom floor. Or it might be yours is upper and lower floor, this section, then this next section, upper, lower, is another person. Depending on how they divide it, he may or that light up above may or may not be an indication somebody's still in his place. But I don't see anything for gathering a clue for that, so I'm not really sure if there's much more I'm going to find here.
Unlike Holmes, I don't carry lockpicks.
Yeah. I didn't miss a key or something that he had on him, right?
Near perfect camouflage.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if Mycroft also spies on our suite in Baker Street.
Let's see. So casebook. That. That's for the other case. So. Okay, I think we're good to go. Talk to him. I don't know for sure. But let me... Okay, let's go back, which means... Here? No. That's going too far, so I'll go this way.
Get the strand, get the true facts.
Huh. Did we really do much here previously? An open area for no reason, maybe. I don't know. Let's see, where are we? Ah, I was right here. I was like, it's right there somewhere. It's wrong angle, wrong approach to make me fully aware.
I'm sorry, I have bad news.
Please do not tell me Hawk is a turncoat.
Worse, I have found him dead in his wheelchair, out in the garden.
How did he die? Exactly.
He was stung repeatedly by wasps. His body succumbed to anaphylaxis.
And that is all you observed? Was there anything suspicious?
Well, there was one thing. In his notes I found a handwritten M, but it didn't match Hawke's other writing.
Listen carefully, Doctor. Do not investigate further, do not talk about this matter to anyone, and do not ask questions. Thank you. Now leave it alone.
What would have happened if I said nothing? I want to save, do a new save after we, oh, can I not do anymore? I maxed them. Of course I have. Yeah, chapter 1's fine, I think. I don't know. I kind of want to do another save, so that I can. Well, I could do this. Chapter 4, you didn't need that. Need all those. I have 3 in chapter 3. Oh yeah, let's just do one of those. That's way too many in chapter 3. Yeah, that's fine. I'm doing this so that this is the decision I'm making, like for further playing. But I'm curious what happens when you say nothing. So I just want to see what the response is. So let me load this. Sherlock now knows Minecraft has his fingers in the pie. Yeah. I mean, that's what M is, right? Wait, was this I'd not investigated anything yet? Holy crap. So I'd have to do the whole thing again? Oh, I don't know if I want to do all of that again. Is it really worth it? I don't know. Wait. I should have... Oh, that was a checkpoint. I should have... Ah. Or maybe not. Damn it. I don't even know. I shouldn't have saved and reloaded, I guess. I can't tell now. It looks like the save that I just made didn't happen. Is what it looks like to me. Like, for some reason, it didn't actually save. So I go here, right? And I look at these. This is the one I just loaded. And then it's a checkpoint, and then it's one way back. Like an hour ago. What the frick? It's so stupid. Okay, I don't even know. I was supposed to do it again. Oh no, I guess I have to find him dead first. Okay. Let's just do that first. What the hell? Oh. Oh, okay. It's just sticking with my choice. So it's not letting me see the other path. Okay, that's fine. I don't care that much. I was just confused. Like, what the frick? Okay. So I don't worry about it. So we probably want to talk to Holmes about this, I guess. So we're close-ish to Baker Street, right? Isn't it just... let me see on the map. So we're over... Yeah, we're here. I'm going to go to... I think this way?
Another sinking near Scotland. By the strand for the details.
Magistrate's Court. Yeah, here we go. 221B. Okay. Oh, guess I pinned this one, right?
Holmes, I have the translation. But Barnes was affected by the book. Holmes?
Watson?
Did you hear me? Barnes was behaving oddly, but I was able to retrieve the book and his preliminary translation. I think we have a lead. Sherlock, what is it?
I find myself burdened. It will come as no surprise that I tend towards obsession. Indeed, obsession oft grants me the insights that have become my stock in trade, but my greatest asset. Yet I cannot deny this nature proves as much a hindrance as a boon. It has cost me friends, colleagues, brothers. And despite my obsession as I contend with the matter at hand, no closer to understanding than when we began, I must conclude that I am of no worth at all. Without an answer, what use is the question?
Sherlock, this is no time for despair. The book is real. Those men went mad.
John, I fear that I am as mad as the rest of them.
I bore witness to the same events that you did. I saw with my own eyes the inexplicable, the ghastly, and the unnatural. I can attest to their occurrence. So take heart, for it was as real as you or I, and thus we must persist. Lives hang in the balance. If you cannot see your worth, then trust in me, for I see it. And I know of no other man capable of putting this matter right.
Thank you, John. Would that I possessed even half your courage. Pray tell, where does our journey end?
Ardnamurchan, Scotland. I need a moment to put my affairs in order.
You raised my spirits, Watson. Take all the time you need.
Okay, we'll end this chapter, I think, here, but we'll do that next time. I'm gonna go ahead and save and end, because that's a couple hours, a little over a couple hours now into the stream. So we'll end there, and that'll be where we pick up in a week. And who knows, the next chapter might be as short as the one we just did. I don't know. It's hard to say. Or yeah, it's the chapter 7. I'm not sure. So common knowledge, like your obsession comes from being autistic. It's quite normal. Yeah. Mycroft has his fingers on the pie. Fingers in the pie. Yeah, he says probably got his fingers in multiple pies. Actually, probably more than just one. He's probably got a couple, at least a few different areas where he's kind of got influence. All right. So, I apologize about last weekend. Was not clear. In a little under 12 hours from now, I will be streaming for sure. Yes, I will be streaming in approximately 12 hours. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Until next time. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.